All right, how is everybody today? Hope everybody's fabulous, feeling good, feeling wonderful, feeling amazing, because that's the way I want you to feel, and it should feel good. All right, let's start off right here. We're looking at part 2 of our African adventure into the Sudanic kingdoms. We talked about yesterday with Ghana. That's the one there in the green. And today we'll look at Mali. We'll look at one of his leaders, Mansa Musa. That's that in the red. And we'll look at Songhai. All right, so here we go. Let's jump right into it. Have your pencils ready? Let's look at what was unique about Mali. Okay, so Mali was one of the districts in Ghana. Ghana collapsed because of Muslim invasions, and Mali took over. In time, Mali will end up being larger than Ghana. All right, so the new king, his name is Sundiata. Sundiata. I think I spelled that right. Sundiata, I sure did. All right, nicknamed the Lion King. So check it out. Sundiata, nicknamed the Lion King, restored the trade with its neighbors, and Mali grew richer than Ghana and doubled in size. Sundiata, he ruled for 25 years, and then his grandson, all right, who's the more important of the two, Mansa Musa, that's 2 words, Mansa Musa, took over and made Mali very special. He, as Mansa Musa, became the richest man to ever walk the earth, some argue. All right, so let's find out about Mansa Musa. All right, here we go. What did Mansa Musa do that made him so famous? Mansa Musa was a devout Muslim, but he allowed religious freedom. You could be a Christian, or you could worship in like the African tribes did, and that's fine with him, as long as you made him rich. He also believed in, all right, what did he believe in? He believed in what you're getting right now, I hope, an education. And he believed in learning, and built an impressive university in the city called, this is a true city, Timbuktu, with the largest, all right, some say the largest library in the world. All right, he wanted smart people around him. He wanted smart people to come to Mali, and they did. Now, if you lived in Mali, the climate was very hot, and women were not required to cover their hair and faces. Mansa Musa had never been to the Middle East, where women were required to do this. He only found out about it when the many scholars from the Middle East came to Mali because of his university in Timbuktu. When he would leave the palace, check this out, 300 guards, musicians, and others would follow him. The streets would fill with people like a parade was happening. Mansa Musa shared the wealth of the empire with the people of Mali, so they worked and they played hard and enjoyed life. Mansa Musa also participated in the trip all Muslims have to take, called the Hajj, and took a trip to, what's that, the holy city. He went to the holy city, he went to Mecca. All right, this trip showed the world how rich and wealthy Mansa Musa was. On his journey, with the direction he's going. If he lives in West Africa, he's going to go to the east. He gave away much, what everybody wants, gold. After stopping in Egypt for a while, he spent so much gold that he caused inflation in Egypt that'll last for 12 years. That means the prices of goods will skyrocket. That means there was a lot of rich people and things started to cost a lot. His journey took about 1 year. He traveled around 2,000 miles by camel. One major result of his trip was that scholars poured into Timbuktu, making it the most prestigious university in the Muslim world. Now, Mali is not going to last forever, and that's take us to the last of the Sudanic kingdoms. We're going to be talking about Songhai. Here we go. So what was unique about Songhai? All right, Songhai was a fishing village. That's what the people did for a living. That was part of Mali, but they were kind of rebellious. They refused to pay the high taxes that made Mali very rich off the gold and salt trade. Mali let them get away with not paying, but only because they wanted Songhai's fish. That's right. As Mali began to weaken, the well-organized, the well-trained, the proud people under the leadership, check out this guy's name, leadership of Sunni Ali the Great, took over Mali. Songhai grew so big, conquering surrounding territory, that they took control of both the salt mines in the north and they took control of the gold mines in the south. At its height, it stretched more than 2,000 miles. Trade flourished, and Songhai exported gold, he exported slaves, salt, and other resources. The government took care of their doctors, judges, priests, and other educated men, but created a gap between the rich and poor. All right. The leaders of Songhai were Muslims, but allowed others to worship as they pleased, just like Mansa Musa did. The decline of Songhai happened because of, this always happens, civil war and threat from the Moroccan people in the north. That's where Morocco is north of them. And then the Sudanic kingdoms of West Africa are considered some of the most successful empires in all of African history. Yes, very good stuff. Now, if you would, fill in the map below with those 10 things. If all you like to do is just put the numbers, that will be perfectly fine. Let me show you just a little bit. Here's a few things I want you to see. Here is Mansa Musa, traveling. Here's Timbuktu, here's the gold, the salt. He travels all these different areas. He ends up going all the way to Mecca. Okay, Mansa Musa was a devout Muslim and went on a Hajj in the year 1324. He passed out gold nuggets to people along his way. It's some really interesting stuff. You ought to check that out, everything he took with him. All right, now, Mali's gone under Mansa Musa. Now check out Songhai. This is how big it is. And look at all the trading routes that happen. The red is the trading routes. The black is what they traded. Look, you see gold, slaves, ivory, cloth, horses, swords, glass. What else do we see on here? Brass, textiles, cola, fish, ceramics, copper, beads, tons of things. Check out this coin. This is a Moroccan coin. Morocco's right up here. This is one of their gold coins that was traded in Songhai. All right, guys, I'm going to end up right here where we started. We're looking at the Sudanic kingdoms again, starting with Ghana, then Mali, then Songhai, and how well they did in the African world. All right, guys, hope you've enjoyed it, and we are about to get out of here, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let's just look through a few more pictures here, make it a full 10 minutes. All right, let's check out. Let's see what else we have here. We've got, look, there's some more routes for this. Let's see what else we can come up with. All right, here's a picture of supposed to be Mansa Musa. All right, what else can we find here? Oh, he went on the Hajj. Remember the Hajj? There's the Kaaba that he may have gone and seen. It definitely did not look like that, but this part did. Okay, this is just like small area with a lot of just tiny. It wasn't like it is today. Here he is, Mansa Musa, richest man of all time, supposedly. All right, let's see what else we can find. What might be interesting? I always like maps myself. Supposedly, check this out. You see all the horses? Well, he had 300 camels with him. They all carried bags of gold, and each one of his soldiers he brought, they had a staff of solid gold. That's Mansa Musa. All right, Ghana. Molly Songhan. I'm out.